Good afternoon student, here I am Dr. Kshatriya. Welcome in our today's class, that is a course number extension 353 old, credit 1 plus 1, that is a 2, course title extension methodologies for transfer of agriculture technology. Today we are going to discuss practical, that is exercise number 2, organization of method demonstration. In previous theory class we learned about the classification of extension teaching method as well as what is a group contact method. So this is method demonstration is one of the example under the group contact method of extension teaching method. So let's start our today's exercise, that is a organization of method demonstration. So in previous class we already discussed about the method demonstration, what is actual method demonstration is, what is the principle, what is the objective, what is the advantage and disadvantage, but I am going to repeat it again. So organization of method demonstration, in that what is the meaning of this method demonstration. So this method, what is the aim of this method? To teaching a new information or a new skill to the farmer. So whatever the improved practices are there, whatever the new technologies are there, to give new information related to that practices, that particular operation, that particular variety or that particular things to the farmer, or give the new skills to the farmer, or to improve the old skills. So this is the meaning of method demonstration, this is the aim of method demonstration is. So principle I already told you, that learning by doing. First of all, extension worker going to give information and going to give the procedure about that particular improved practices to the farmer, and after getting all the idea related to that particular improved practices, farmer also do that particular thing. That is a learning by doing. Shika आणि करा, that is the thing is there. So what are the objectives of this method demonstration? That is the learning by doing. So first objective is what? To enable the people to acquire new skills. Okay. Second, to enable to improve upon their old skills. So whatever the skills they have already, to improve that skills also. To make the learner do things more efficiently by getting rid of the defective practices. So what are the defective practices are there? To make them more efficient by learning the new things, to save time, labor and anonymous, and to increase the satisfaction of learner. That is the object is there. And the last is to give confidence to the people that a particular recommended practices is a practicable proposition in their own situation. So whatever the practices is there, whatever the information given by the extension worker related to the improved practices, that will be the suitable to their own situation, means the farmer situation. This is the recommendation to give the confidence to the farmer related to that particular new practices or new skills. So these are the objective, this is the method demonstration. Then what are the advantage are there? We already learned in previous class, but before that I want to discuss what is actually procedure of this method demonstration. So method demonstration, how you should conduct this method demonstration. There is some steps or procedures is there. First one is analysis the situation and determine the need. What is actually situation having with the farmer? That should be first of all analysis of that particular situation, and what kind of the need farmers want or they have, which kind of the need they have in their own situation. We should analyze that first thing. Then plan the demonstration in detail. If the farmers want to take information related to the mango grafting, their need is there. So whatever the extension worker is there, he should give the information related to the mango grafting, because it is a new information is there. Most of the farmers don't know about that. So if they want like that information, so take the demonstration on that particular subject. Okay. Then after the plan the demonstration, then rehearse the demonstration. First of all, extension worker should rehearse that demonstration, then give the demonstration. Before presenting or before going to give the demonstration in front of the farmer or audience, extension worker should what he should do? he should rehearse first and then he should give the demonstration. After giving the demonstration, he should take the follow-up. Follow-up means what? Getting the feedback from the farmers related of that particular demonstration. Are they understood or not? What kind of the if they satisfied with that particular demonstration or not? All these things should be taken by the extension worker in this procedure. So all these are the 5 steps should you follow to conducting the method demonstration. This is about the method demonstration. Then some of the examples of method demonstration is there. Demonstration applicable to specific jobs like first mango grafting is there, rose budding, smokeless ovens, soap making, cooking, saving, knitting, seed preservation and seed treatment. Seed treatment, suppose for example rhizobium treatment to the soybean seed. Then nursery bed, preparation of the nursery bed, application and placement of fertilizer, seed selection. So all these are the example of method demonstration. You should conduct the demonstration on this different type of the subject or jobs. Then advantage of this method demonstration. Why it is why it is a more advantageous than other methods. So why we should conduct, why should we use this method demonstration? There is some objectives are there. It is effective in teaching skills, stimulate the interest and interaction, because it's a two-way, it is a group contact method. So here face-to-face communication between the extension worker and farmer is there. If any doubts is there by the farmer side, they can ask in that to that particular extension worker. So it is the interaction type. It stimulates the interest. If you are going to give the new information to the farmers, then build confidence, then serves publicity purpose, convenience farmers to the principle of learning by doing, because it is not only the learning thing, it is a doing also. So I already explained about the learning by doing. Then introduces the charges at a low cost, and acquirement of the skill is a speeded. So all these advantage of this method demonstration. There are some limitations also. What are that limitations? So limitation, not suitable to all subject matters. It is not suitable to all subject matters. It causes a setback to the whole program if conducted, if need good, may require transportation of material and equipment to the workplace. So when you are going to want to conduct a method demonstration, you should require the specific equipments, tools to conduct that particular method demonstrations. These are some limitations. Then we are going to discuss very important point here. I want to give one example related to the method demonstration, that is about the mango grafting. So here I am going to give you the example about the mango grafting. If I am extension worker, I want to give method demonstration to you on mango grafting. What will the steps, what will be the procedure should be followed during the mango grafting. So let's see about the mango grafting. So here you should see that in this picture there is a given the step by step guide to the grafting, how you should conduct the grafting. Suppose I am extension worker, I should first step is what? Prepare your propagation tools and materials. So whatever the tools and materials required for the mango grafting, I will collect that first. I will take that with me when I want to give the demonstration on the mango grafting in front of the farmers. So all the required tools and materials should be with me. This is the first step as shown in the pictures. Look at this picture, there is a different kind of the tools are there. There is a scissor is there, scalpel is there, or grafting knife are there. So all these things are required for the grafting. Then second one is a select the rootstock. So here rootstock is needed for this mango grafting. So you should select the good rootstock for the grafting purpose. So there is a having the quality and did not failure about that particular grafting. So you should suitable variety you should select for the roots for the mango grafting. As shown in the picture, this is the rootstock. It should be the healthy, strong and free of pest. Like that rootstock you should use for the mango grafting. This is the second step. Then the third step is a cut the scions. You require the two things. What are rootstock and scions? So scions is a you should select from the that mango crops, okay, and this is the our third step to cut the scion. So how it's look like the go through the this fourth step, preparing rootstock for top or wedge grafting, okay, wedge grafting. So as it is a very skillful work is there, so it's required to learn first how you should cut the scions, okay, scions and rootstock you should, all the technical information is there. So as shown in the picture, you go through the details, look at this picture, ensure that your pair scions to rootstock of the same thickness, both are the same thickness, cut the mango rootstock seedling horizontally at a height of about 6 to 8 centimeter, okay, above the soil level by using the pruning scissor or sharp knife. As you see in this picture how they cut, okay. Then split the cut upper end of the rootstock. Look at this, okay, how they cut through to a depth of about 3 centimeter using a very sharp knife. 3 centimeter आपको कट करना है, okay. So like this is the 3 centimeter. So this is the about the preparing rootstock for a top or wedge grafting. Then preparing the scions for a top or wedge grafting, okay. What we seen in the previous slide, that is a preparing rootstock, okay. This is about a 3 centimeter you should cut at the above of that particular rootstock. Then scion is you should cut like this, cut the scions to a final length of the about 10 centimeter with a pruning scissor or a sharp knife. Use the scalpel or razor blade to sharpen the cut lower end of that particular scion to a V shape by removing the wood on the both side of the scions. Which shape? V shape. So you should cut like a V shape. To try to make the V shape as deep as possible, about the 2 to 3 centimeter long is suitable. What is the size we cut at a rootstock, that is a 3 centimeter, like that only you should cut here also 2 to 3 centimeter at a V shape. So you can put both the equally. So then next is a joint rootstock and scion. After the cutting the rootstock and scion up to the 3 centimeter depth, you should join that both. It is very important, okay. So how slide the sharpened end of the scion into the slot you have on the rootstock, okay. Insert the scion as deep as possible into the cut of the rootstock, align in the two parts. Means whatever the scion you cut, okay, that should be the joint on the what rootstock, okay. V shape you cut na, that should be you put in the what rootstock. So that is the thing is there as shown in this picture. Look at this, okay. Then enclose the union. You should bandage over that particular union, the joint of the rootstock and scion. How? Fix both the scions and rootstock, place covering with the point of union, okay. Hold union carefully with the one hand like this as shown in this picture, and with another you should wrap the grafting tape, okay, or the polythene strip over that, okay. And tight wrap should be the tight one, not loose, okay. That should be the thing is here. Then next step is a cover the scion. Cover should be must there. So you should cover the scion. This is the done in order to increase the temperature and humidity around the graft, hence improving the chances of successful graft union. Why you should cover all that particular joint, that is the scion and rootstock, to increase the temperature and humidity, okay. So that will be the more successful of that particular graft union. So that is thing as shown in this in this picture. Look at this, how they You should cover like this. Okay. Then next is after the cover, let the wound heal and remove the bandage. Okay. Label the grafted seedling with the name of the cyan variety. Keep the grafted seedling in the shade and water it well. After about 41 to 20 days, the cyan should have developed, how many days? 14 to 21. Have developed a new leaves and wound should have a healed. Remove the grafting tape or polythene strip when the wound is fully healed. When it will be going to heal, after that 14 to 20 days, you should remove that particular strip or grafting tape. Then after completion of the grafting, after the removal of that particular strip, post grafting care should be very useful there. You should care of that particular grafting should be taken. So what type of hardening, transplanting and removal of terminal bud. Important note is here, don't give the more water to the grafted. Okay, why? Because overwatering of the recently grafted plants, it will be the more harmful to or it will be the failure of that particular grafting. So this is the about example of method demonstration. Okay, so this type of the example you are going to take and write one organization of method demonstration on particular topic related to agriculture. For example, that is a rhizobium treatment to the soybean seed, that you should also take that one, and another different type of the topic are there. This is the about our exercise number 2, that is the organization of method demonstration. Thank you.